Yes, that's for sure not an advantage, but it's a situation. All the more or less successful teams in the world have this problem, especially in Europe. So it's like the tournaments are, and but of course we should not make it bigger than it is, because it's a fact, it's a reality. So we don't have to think about this. We had until we play tomorrow. We had 3 nights at home. So should be enough to be prepared again. And so yeah, it is like it is. When you have only the game without injuries, then it's a rhythm the players like, because of course they like more to play than to train. And yeah, for us it's the normal situation. So no bigger issue.
On the injuries, how confident are you that you'll get Daniel Sturridge fit enough to play at least some kind of meaningful part in the second part of the season?
Of course, we can talk about this every week, but it's like I said before. It's we have to train with him. We have to make sessions with him as soon he's prepared for sessions. In this moment, he trains in a aerobic. In aerobic things, it's very important to give him a better base than he had before, and that he can work on this. It's possible inside, so in the gym, and of course we have to do this when he is ready for going on the pitch. And then, yeah, I said it before Southampton with the last injury. That's the history. That's the situation with players who were injured for a longer time, and that in his case it is like this. So we have to train. That's all, and to give him more. I'm not sure it's the right word, but to give him more resistance for the intensity of football. And that's what we do together with him.
Given that history that he's got, though, would it be too risky to not bring in another striking option in January, seeing as you've got that opportunity within the transfer window?
I think it's pretty cool to sit on your side of the table and to think about to bring new players. I hope your company is not always thinking about bring 2 or 3 other guys for your job, and even if you're, I don't know, if you're cold or something like this. And yeah, so we have, how I know, we have Christian Benteke, we have Divock Origi, we have Roberto Firmino. Of course, we have Ingsy, but not available at the moment. So it's a situation I can work with. And if you take a new player, a striker, who can help you immediately, and then when the day comes and Daniel is back in the race and maybe better than before, more confident, more fitter than before, then we sit here and talk about all the problems we have with all these players. They didn't play, and so on. So I'm not like this. Sorry.
And you have a squad that is only 6 points off the top 4.
Yeah.
So that's the positive side of things.
Yeah, but it's the last month shows everything about football. So we played very well in different games. Then we played not that good, obviously in Newcastle. We did what we had to do in Sion. We showed character. We showed what you have to show on certain circumstances like this. So you saw nearly all how football can be. And now I prepared for a very, very good game. So against West Brom, but it's not easy, of course. But to show our real face would be, I think, not a worst idea.
David? You mentioned after the Sion game in the post-match press conference that your analysis of West Brom would begin on Friday morning. What have you learned about them since then?
It's a physical strong team, eh? A lot of tall players. They like set plays. They like fighting for second balls. They are not. They don't do too much playing build-up. It's intensive. They defend pretty deep, pretty hard, and they want set plays in offensive. They're not only corners. They want free kicks. They want all this stuff to bring their quality through, and that's what we have to. Yeah, that's what I think everybody knew before I came here. So it's like I think Tony Pulis teams like to play, and it's quite successful. So why should he change? And that's hard work for us.
Will you be welcoming anyone back into the squad? Is Jordan close? Anyone get close to him?
Yeah, Jordan feels better than 3 days before, of course. And yesterday we took him out on the pitch, but only for a little warming up and a little bit of running to feel a little bit better after this little, I would say this little cold. It was a little bit more, but we'll see how was the last night for him. So in a few minutes I will see him and then we'll know more. But I think he's available for the squad. Mama is he trained now first session with the team yesterday, but if nothing happens he have to carry on with training. That's what he needs now, but no more issues with the knee. Everything is okay, but now I have to work to be a real option for us, and next week for sure he is available if nothing more happens. And who else?
Is John Flanagan back in training?
No, but close to. That's the best news. I think in this situation he should train parts of normal sessions next week, and I'm really looking forward to it because I like this player. He had a bad time. Hopefully it's over, and now he can start doing what he likes most, and it's for us very good, but of course it needs time.
Melissa, you go on.
Yeah, you mentioned that West Brom enjoy set-piece play, and that's been one of Liverpool's weaknesses today.
Thank you.
So how do we get around that this weekend?
Yeah, I think we should sit on our shoulders. I try to get a little bit taller, things like this. Now it's it's not the biggest. It was not the biggest issues in the last games, but of course most of the goals we had to accept in the last few weeks. Well, with set plays, yeah, that's true, and so we have to be concentrated. I think the how we defend the set plays is okay. It could always be better, but we have to be very, very concentrated in these situations. Best thing would be we could avoid most of them. Of course, we cannot avoid all of them, but we don't have to make silly fouls on the wherever on the pitch, because I think they take each one for a normal set play with a lot of bodies in the box and so on. So it's it's a challenge.
And the other thing is, we seem to be at our best when we've robbed the opposition of possession and then quick transition play from defence to attack. But when the ball is ours, when we dominate possession, we seem to struggle a bit more. Is there a way to work around that?
Yeah, we always work on that in the short time we have for this, but of course we cannot have everything on the same level in the first moment. So we have to carry on working on this, and it's for all teams in the world, it's the biggest challenge against deep defending opponents. So, but I would say Crystal Palace is not the best best example because of this result. But we created our moments, we created our chances. So it's I think it's a similar way style of play, and so we know the way we have to go, but. Of course, it needs patience, and it needs ideas, it needs creativity, it needs movements, it needs flexibility, everything. So, and then you need to be aware you have to, for their counterattacks, and you have to protect your own offensive. That's football. So football never is. There's no second game which is like the other one, but you have all those examples, and we know what to do. We have to do it. That's the thing. Yeah, it's always good, but I don't think it's possible to put all the responsibility on one or two shoulders. So it's very important that we all part of our offensive movements, that we have a lot of different options to play with, and that's the thing. And at the end, you always need players who make the decision and the difference. And of course, both of these players are players for making the difference. But yeah, it's good to have more options, and so I'm very happy about this.